Today's show is sponsored by the ABV Barrel Shop. The ABV Barrel Shop is located in the St. Louis metro community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on one thing, single barrels. Best of all, you can try before you buy. Head over to abvbarrelshop.com to sign up for their email and text distribution so you know what they have in stock, what classes are coming up, and who from the industry may be coming in to visit. The ABV Barrel Shop. It's where single barrels live. We're also sponsored by the Bar to Go. The Bar to Go offers traveling minibars that are no bigger than a small purse or toiletry bag. Best of all, they are fully customizable so you can create the perfect piece that is unique for you. If you own your own business, what a fun and unique way to promote what you do. Check them out online at thebar2go.com. That is the number 2 in the Bar to Go. If you have wholesale questions, call my friend Isabel Clark at 504-481-1297. Finally, we are sponsored by the Neely Family Distillery. NFD is a family-owned business that keeps ringing up awards in the spirits world. Head to Sparta, Kentucky to experience the family history, award-winning spirits, and meet the Neely family. Check them out online at neelyfamilydistillery.com. Now, on to the show.
Let's drink!
Welcome to the Bourbon Daily, the podcast about everything bourbon delivered to you every day of the week. Today on the show, we share some tips for making the most of distillery visits. My name is Justine Mays. Please join me in welcoming my co-host, Steve Akeley, along with our special guests, Matt Modica, Jeff Andresi, and Tim Slyatt.
Hey gang, what's up?
What's happening, everyone?
Hey, everyone.
Hey-o! So yeah, I'm just coming off, did announcing duties this morning for the Bourbon Burn in Lexington and then drove home and here I am now. So a cool gig, got to hang out with a lot of people from the bourbon industry, come to this event and they're speakers and they do lead tastings and do sessions and all kinds of cool stuff. I mean, it's a neat deal. At one point, I looked down and because Stephen Fonte, Freddie Johnson and I were talking and all of us were in Skechers and I thought, damn, ain't that something? We're all wearing Skechers. And Freddie is so cool because he was like, we need to get together and then do something and maybe we go to Bernie's event together or maybe we do some bar hopping where we know bourbon fans are going to be and because he's like, we're enjoying the bourbon industry now and stuff like that. He's like, but at one day we'll just be pictures on a wall and we want people to remember us. So we need to do stuff to stay in front of them. I'm like, oh shit. Yeah. So he's
all in your Skechers.
I know, all in our Skechers. And Freddie Fonte doesn't have the Goodyear technology. So, and Freddie and I do. We both elected to go the Goodyear technology so we don't slip as much. So the person most likely to fall out of there is Fonte unless he upgrades a little bit.
Did you each offer him an arm for support or anything?
No. We should have, because he doesn't have what we've got. So
right,
yeah,
right.
Yeah, it was definitely a good time, and I like seeing those folks. Freddie is so nice, man. He's a good dude, and Fonte's awesome too. I mean, he's incredibly nice. One guy was ripping on me, and Fonte shut him down. He's like, "No, that's a friend of mine. I've been friends with that guy for a long time." Because the guy because I make fun of people on the microphone. I guess he felt I was making fun of him, and he was just ripping on me because I didn't have a microphone, and Fonte shut him down. Wow. And that guy listened to Fonte. Wow. He wouldn't listen to me. He listened to Fonte. He quit bugging me altogether. So
nice. Why do I have a feeling we're going to see Freddie, Fonte, and Akeley at the Silver Sneakers Club walking different malls?
Oh yeah, that may be our new thing.
That could be the new thing for the winter.
Hosting live streams again because we want people to see us. We want to be out there.
Either that or in a Skechers commercial. One of those.
Yeah, for sure. That would be a cool commercial.
It would be.
So now we're going to try.
Slipping on his Skechers.
Yeah.
We tried forever to get you a Tommy Bahama influencer contract. Now we're trying to get you a Skechers.
Yeah, Skechers would be fine. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It sounds like there's a lot of competition in the bourbon world, so I need to be the first one to get signed on. So yeah.
No kidding. Yeah.
So that's cool. So funny, Freddie worried about legacy. Freddie's going to be talked about for the end of as long as bourbon's a thing. Freddie will be talked about. He's He is one of the amazing people of bourbon for sure. Justine, before we got started, you said there's something you wanted to talk about. What is that?
So I have a feeling that I know the answer to this with the lineup that I have. And I feel like you guys will feel the same way that I do. But so last weekend I was up in Traverse City, doing like wine tours and other fun things for Carrie's birthday. And we went into this one winery that we've been to several times, and they do have other types of spirits there. We didn't do a tasting there. We just went in because Carrie wanted to buy something there. And so I was like walking around and looking, and they had bottled old fashions.
Okay.
And the sign said, ready to drink old fashioned. There was like just a normal old fashioned flavor, and then there was like a flavored one. I don't remember what it was. But then underneath that sentence or title, whatever you want to call it, it said, just add bitters and garnish.
Nope.
That
is not ready to drink.
Ready to drink is, I mean,
Pour it.
yeah, if you're fancy and you want to add a garnish, yeah.
Right.
Or ice.
Right.
Not
Right.
bitter.
The ice is
Bitters
fair.
are
The
key.
ice is fine because you can't have that, but everything else should be in there and they're ready to pour, right?
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say just add bourbon, but that's
Yeah, the
bitters.
bitters
Just
got
as-
me.
You need
Yeah.
the bitters.
Yeah. Just add bitters. Ready to drink. Just add bitters.
I wonder why they wouldn't even have that in there.
I don't know.
That's weird.
That's not ready to drink. And I feel like anybody listening to this podcast is probably on my team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I'm just like, you got to be kidding me.
Well, Justine, you started out your question or your statements about this, setting this up, but I thought you said you were walking around the winery and you were really thinking that you were missing that Goodyear technology on your Skechers shoes that you could have used.
Right.
That.
Right.
Yeah.
That's where I thought you were going.
Last time I checked, Justine doesn't wear the Goodyear technology. I don't.
No.
I haven't seen her in a
That's
couple
where I thought
months.
she was going with this, but then you threw the
Right.
loop for the RTD, but just add bitters.
Yeah.
Well,
that's a
Just
problem.
add bitters.
So,
That's not
Justine,
right.
I feel your pain though. So I was in Vegas a couple weeks ago now, so for a conference, and they took us to the Sphere, which was actually a phenomenal show. It was the Wizard of Oz, by the way. And that
Yeah,
was-
that sounds like it's really cool.
Wasn't
But
was-
Backstreet Boys.
they've been getting a lot of buzz about that one for sure.
was
So,
insane.
sounds
It-
cool. Sounds
like
cool.
it was insane, all the 4D experience.
Right.
But at any rate, they take us to it because it's a conference that's sponsored. They take us to this special bar within the Sphere, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty nice. And they have like liquor all over the shelves and everything, full on bar, full bartenders, all that kind of stuff. And so, of course, what's the most popular drink that everybody asks for at a bar?
Old fashioned.
Hey, I'll have an old fashioned. Yeah, I don't have bitters, and I don't have something. We're all like,
What
don't
kind of
have
bar is that?
maple syrup.
It was an oxygen bar. It was an oxygen bar.
It was
got
it
hooked
was just stupid. So anyhow, so we had I think we called it a new fashioned, which was basically some Sprite and some whiskey.
Oh wow!
Okay.
That was
Yeah,
pretty
there
much
you go.
it.
The new fashioned.
How
Like
about
that
call
episode.
that highball?
Yeah.
It's just like whatever.
Sounds like that episode of MASH where Radar went to the bar for the first time and he tried to get a banana daiquiri. We don't have any rum. We don't have any bananas. We don't have any ice.
We don't have any daiquiri.
Yeah.
They were,
Yeah.
of course, they were in Korea, so they good.
Right.
But
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. So
Got
Yeah.
five, too.
they're definitely not ready to pour without the bitters. And like I said, it should have a citrus note too. So
Yeah.
if they don't have
They
the
had no
garnish, in there,
peels.
yeah.
They had nothing.
So what did they simple syrup and
They didn't have simple
whiskey?
syrup and bitters, and they.
Oh, I'm talking about Justine's ready to pour.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
I guess it's just sugar and whiskey. I guess
yeah.
there's not much
I
in
have-
there besides that.
should have been.
I
I
have
used a
no idea. I mean, I should have took a picture of it. I read it then, but I don't remember what all it said because, like, after I read just add bitters and garnish, like I was reading what was after it, but I wasn't comprehending it because my
Okay.
brain was thinking, "How the fuck is this ready to pour? Ready to drink?"
She was stuck on it. She was stuck
I
on
was
that.
just like, okay, whatever.
I
I mean, it's
always-
a winery, so I don't know. Maybe they
Sure.
don't know any better. I don't know.
I do use a splash of club soda in mine when I muddle my
Really?
orange, cherry, and the sugar cubes.
You're
So
muddling that stuff first.
You're
Yep.
muddling.
I do a little muddling,
More Wisconsinish than real.
I suppose. I'm not
Yeah.
using brandy, but it's
Okay.
still
Fair enough. Yeah.
it's a Minnesota hybrid.
Yeah. Yeah. So very cool. Hey, Justine, my connection streak is at 9. Right. That starts to get stressful at that point because now I don't want to mess that up. Where are you at?
14.
14. She might be.
No, I screwed up my Wordle one the other day. I was so pissed at myself.
She walked away and then tried to go back like the next day. Unfortunately, she forgot.
Well, I did it. I woke up late. Normally, I do it before I get out of bed.
Right.
But I woke up late, and so I just did it while I was at work. And then, of course, I got sidetracked by something, and then I just forgot
Then
about
it was over. The dream was over.
Yeah.
Thanks for the reminder. I haven't finished my Wordle word. It's been giving me fits today.
Oh.
I'm at 15.
15. Jeez. That's really stressful. You guys play Connections? You do that
No,
one?
not
No?
familiar with that one.
Oh, that's fun. Becca told me about that one. I've been on
I don't even know Wordle.
I introduced
so
it to Justine. No.
Hey, I
And
had,
then,
I had to
hit
get the map.
900 on MapTap today, so
you had what? 900?
901 today.
No, bullshit.
Oh,
I did 901 on MapTap today.
Oh,
So I'll
There
just
was-
say when you get a new phone, MapTap starts all over again.
it starts all over. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh no!
FYI.
Yeah.
On
Yeah.
that.
my
That was-
highest score, and I've got it twice, is 895. I got it the first time on September 8th and the second time on September 26th.
Well, it's definitely not 901.
No.
Oh.
I've only had 900 twice, so
Yeah.
There's
not-
usually
I've
a little
had-
blue pill for that, Jeff.
I've had 904 is my all-time high. That was September 12th. Oh, it was good. It was good. I learned today I didn't know where Croatia was. So
Neither did I.
I thought I was like, it's got to be in this general area. And then I see the thing go like this. Big arch. I was like, oh, shit.
The thing that kills me about this is that I apparently didn't realize how small or like crunched together the countries are.
Right.
Like
Yeah.
right
Oh,
there.
yeah.
'Cause, like I think of like the United States, and like our states are pretty big, and then it's like, I don't know, I'm trying to find something, and I think it's like over here to the right, and it's like right next to like France or something like that.
Let me tell you something.
Like
about a
Germany's
town
not
called
very big,
Luxembourg.
or like whatever. I'm just like, how are there so many countries right there in that tiny little circle?
Yeah. I definitely don't know enough about South America. I've learned that. I don't. It's not enough about Africa either. Very little.
Right,
So
right,
I need to do some work on those. You think I'd be motivated at some point to just look at the map and study it, but I'm still just trying. So yeah. So you don't play any of that stuff, huh?
No, I've tried. I can't. I don't even know Wordle, to be honest with you. People are like, oh yeah, why aren't you on Wordle? Like, I don't have time for this crap. And that's just my opinion, because it sounds like a lot of fun. Great way to
MapTap.
connect with people.
If you don't have time for it, MapTap takes like 45 seconds, maybe. I mean, it's a quick game.
No, we've talked about that one before. I just got to remember to do something like that. I'm too busy having my head's buried in news and crap and financial markets. And,
Oh yeah, submitting stuff to Urban Dictionary. I mean, yeah,
and submitting stuff to Urban Dictionary. Yes,
You got a pretty aggressive schedule. I understand. All right. On that note,
that is true.
MapTap is way better than the news. I'm just
I would, yes, anything
it
is
is.
better than that these days.
all right, it's time to drink. What is everyone drinking? Let's start with Justine, since she is filling in at the last second here, which was totally my fault, by the way. I'm just taking the blame. 100% on me. No one else had anything to do with there being no host tonight, other than me.
what do I get for saving the day?
a case of ready to drink.
Yeah, you get my.
I win all of the cork pop challenges.
Yeah, well, maybe we'll see.
So this one will probably be pretty good because it's a new bottle. This is the Traverse City whiskey. This is the barrel proof peach that they put out this year.
Very nice.
Oh, okay. Oh, that was good.
Wow.
It was good. A little bit of slosh at the end. Other than that, form was excellent. Justine clearly has the lead. Matt's next.
All right, I'm going to do Leopold Brothers 3-chamber.
Oh, nice. Oh,
Well,
Oh.
that was clean.
Swyatt, who has the lead? Because yeah, he had no fouls there at all. Justine did have a foul on hers.
I'm going to blame. It's a 10th of a point off for the slosh.
Yeah, I agree. I think Matt got that one.
Matt's got the lead.
Yeah,
all right.
That was clean.
Yeah, Matt's got the lead. His was solid for sure. Jeff, you're next. You look ready to go. What do you got there?
I've got some Dancing Goat Limousine Rye, 10 years from the ABV Barrel Shop.
Oh, that's a good one. Ooh. Okay, that was a very nice cork prop. Not good enough to take the lead. It was
on a normal day. On a normal day.
On a normal day, you might have taken that. It was good. This great whiskey. We get people still asking for that one. I tried posting. I'm like, this one's running out. It's running out. And then people come in and buy it when you do that, and then there's other people wait back, just chilling back a little bit longer, and then it's gone, and then they're pissed. Yeah. All right, Tim, you're next.
I got a bottle of Kentucky Creek. This is the Barrel Select Rye from the ABV Barrel Shop, one of the originals. Very well loved. So okay. I'm laying down on this one and folding. We will see.
Okay. We heard something, but not enough to
nope. Waves. Very basic at best.
Matt's still got the lead. I got the Rye 3 cigar series. All right, here we go. Oh, this is not going to be good. It's very loose cork. It was nice. It was pleasant to the ear, but nowhere near anything to be in the mix. So cheers to Matt. He wins.
Cheers, Matt.
Cheers.
Steve's all about cigars now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why I got the cigar blend. I'm a cigar guy at this point. All right.
He's a smokehead now.
Yep. I need another habit, particularly something that's not good for you and is expensive. So that's what I've landed on. So I'm a cigar guy. All right. We'll take a quick break. And then when we come back, we're going to be talking about visiting distilleries and some tips that we have gotten through the years because we go to a lot of distilleries. We'll do that in just a few. Okay, let's talk about the people that make these shows happen. First up is the Stave and Thief Society. Via their in-person class at Moonshine University in Louisville, Kentucky, the Stave and Thief Society is the place where you, a bourbon enthusiast, can expand your knowledge and emerge an executive bourbon steward. In 2017, I completed my executive bourbon steward certification. It's the most comprehensive bourbon certification available and connects you with an expansive network of bourbon enthusiasts and professionals. Check out the full listing of in-person and online certifications and join the society today by enrolling at staveandthief.com. Speaking of executive bourbon steward certification, the ABV Barrel Shop in St. Louis, Missouri has developed a unique partnership with the Stave and Thief Society to offer a preparatory class to assist you in getting your executive bourbon steward certification. This prep class costs only $25 and is available to take live or online via Zoom. Graduates of our class receive a coupon code good for 15% off your executive bourbon steward certification held in Louisville, Kentucky. This saves you almost $90. Additionally, you can collaborate with fellow attendees to split travel costs when you go to Louisville. If you're interested in signing up for the class, simply head over to abvbarrelshop.com and check out the classes and events page. Last but not least, we are sponsored by Neely Family Distillery. Royce Neely is the 11th generation distiller in one of America's oldest distilling families. A visit to Neely Family Distillery takes you through family history, where you can see all the artifacts and newspaper clippings through the years from this family that started distilling in America after James Neely arrived from Northern Ireland in 1740. Today, Royce Neely and his team are crafting some of the best spirits in America. Their bourbon and absinthe offerings keep winning top honors in the spirits competitions. Recently, their absinthe made history as the first platinum winner in the absinthe category at the San Francisco Spirits Competition. Neely Family Distillery is definitely a bucket list destination if you are a bourbon fan. Learn more about their spirit offerings, visiting their facility, and the awards they have collected over at NeelyFamilyDistillery.com. And now, back to the show.
This is New Guy. To set the record straight, all my cookies are made from scratch, not slice and bake. And you're listening to the Bourbon Daily.
Welcome back. Today on the show, we are going to give you some tips for visiting distilleries.
Yes, we are. So we're looking for tips to kind of make an enjoyable experience for you and everybody on a tour or visiting a distillery. What are some things that can help with that?
First of all is plan ahead.
Okay. Yes.
Book your tickets.
You got to book. You got to book your
Yeah.
tickets.
Definitely.
Can't
you
wait.
got a month, maybe 2 months, depending on what distillery it is.
You probably want to start 2 months out to see what the rules are because they have different rules. If they all have the same rules, it's like book a month out and you're good. Okay, well, there might be one that's book a month out. Another one might be 2 weeks. Another one might be 6 weeks. So yeah, you look at 2 months in advance. Start thinking about this, right?
Yeah, well, you are competing with all the tourism groups that are out there snagging tickets for everything that they need. So
Correct.
No doubt.
and don't be that person that shows up and says, "Oh, I got a ticket, but it didn't go through," and add me onto a tour. Don't be that person either.
Right.
That's a quick way to not enjoy your time.
Right.
Or call 10 minutes before close with 40 people saying you're coming tomorrow morning.
Right.
Just calling to confirm.
Yeah, just call to confirm. Have you booked this? No, but we talked in passing 6 months ago. So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah, I'd say do some research on the different offerings of the tours too,
Okay.
because there's certain levels you can get more in depth. Some include a tasting, some don't. You got to plan your day around all of those things. So
Right.
look into what's there.
Yeah.
I would also say to look at, there are plenty of bourbon trail maps out there. So if you're trying to do like a day of it,
Yeah.
like
Maximize your efficiency, right?
yeah, like your distilleries by
Yeah.
each other. Like go to this group this day and like this group this day. So you
Yeah.
get the bang for your buck.
You do not want to be ping-ponging around because these are miles and miles apart. So yeah,
Yep.
you don't want to. Yeah, you don't want to.
Yeah,
put an
we
hour
did the
between each
ping
thing.
ponging when we went last year. It the only week that we could do the schedule, and then by the time we were booking, we were missing out getting in with a group of our size, so we ping ponged. Never
Right.
stayed in the same hotel 2 nights in a row. I mean, it worked, but it could have been a lot more planned and organized.
Yeah. Here's one, again, a best practice for visiting. If you're listening to this podcast, you're deep into bourbon. You know, you don't just casually, someone who just grabs a bottle of Jim Beam from time to time to drink it, they're not listening to bourbon podcasts. You guys are. So you kind of know your stuff. You don't need to answer every question that the tour guide
Thank
throws
you.
out there. Don't be that, because
on my list.
what you realize, what you're going to realize, and you might not realize it if you're not the type that feels the pain of others, you might not know that not everyone wants to hear you take over the tour. So I get it. You know the answers to stuff. Let it play out. Let other people get involved. Maybe people that aren't as into it as you, and they might say the wrong thing and whatever. But let other people enjoy the tour too.
And let the tour guide do their job.
Yeah.
Because they're also looking to earn some tips or
Correct.
get
Yeah.
to know people there
Right.
or anything like that. Let them do their job. And
Yeah.
it's okay
If
to
their
say,
only
"Look, I
interaction
don't know
becomes
what
with
to
you
question."
because you take over the thing, it's a problem.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to be that person at all.
I like to, when we're walking from one spot on the tour to the next, a couple times during the tour, make sure I'm up by the tour guide and having just some casual chat, because you might have a 5-minute walk. You might pick up some stuff. You might have some questions you don't want to ask in front of the group. I just like,
Yeah. I think
Getting
that's
some of that
a
stuff.
good practice for sure.
Jeff, you bring up a good point.
but don't
there.
hog them. Don't
Right.
hog them.
Well, you bring up a good point there, because you have a lot of people who are going to these things that don't want to ask questions in a large group. And I would argue if somebody calls you out on that tour on doing that, the tour guide will probably take care of you in the back end if you're asking a question about stuff.
They'll
So
have
don't
your
be
pool.
shy.
Yeah.
Ask those questions. This can be a very pretentious group of individuals, and when you have some of those individuals on that tour. But ask those questions, and I'm sure you will be surprised how that tour guide will take care of you in the end.
Right.
So I feel like, as designated safety liaison for the ABV,
All entities of ABV.
I should start by saying designated driver, obviously, or make sure that you
Yeah.
have someone
true.
who is not partaking, especially if you're going to multiple locations.
Right. Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good call.
Without saying, to your point, Steve, of these are professionals that we're talking about here.
So with that said, make sure you buy your designated driver a full tasting ticket so you get all of their samples that they're not going to drink and share with your group.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Ooh, that's a
there you
good
go.
one.
Pay the freight.
Yes. What else? What else are some good ideas? Stop by the gift shop, right, Justine? Yeah.
100%.
The Justine's always going to be stopped by the gift shop looking for sweatshirts or swag or whatever. Of course.
Yeah.
Well, I would have another one would be, Steve, is when you're filling out your number of tickets to purchase and everything like that, in the notes section, say that you're friends with Steve Akeley.
Yes.
And then send it in. That will do things.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt, right?
Say you're a fan of the Bourbon Daily and the ABV Network. You'd be surprised what comes out for that. People do take notice of that.
Sure. Or purchase your I know Colonel Steve. That's
I
going
know
to
Colonel Steve.
Wear that.
The
Yes.
ABV Barrel Shop.
Yeah. So
I know on the, photography is sometimes limited in certain locations, right? But as far as, just remembering what you've tasted and what you liked and didn't like and that kind of thing, I would say bring a notebook, bring a piece of paper, bring something, right? If you're really looking to buy or really looking to explore, to say, like, oh yeah, I like this, or I heard about this and this, this flavor profile made a lot of sense or didn't make sense to me, and that kind of thing. So I mean, just to learn, right? Of just, what do I like? What do I not like?
right.
Yeah, on that too, I would also say, obviously, you want to go to the distilleries where you enjoy their product, but also if there are any like new products that you want to try before you buy a bottle, to like, at least if you're not doing a tour there, maybe stop by and just do like a tasting, so that way you can get an idea of if you want to buy a bottle either there or at home or whatever.
Yeah. Also have some knowledge of, the tours themselves. It can be a very different situation when you're going on a tour led by Paul Tomaszewski of MB Roland versus going on a Jim Beam tour. If Tomaszewski's leading, he's the owner and the distiller. It might lead to, if you start talking about things, maybe you get to taste something that isn't part of the program. I mean, like, hey, this is this rye I've been working on, or whatever. You never know what they're going to bring out.
You never know what comes out of that.
It's not going to happen at your big companies, though, because these are employees that are doing it just like any other big corporation. They're not flexible. They can't modify what they do because you have an interest in trying something or want to do something. But it's very different with the small distilleries. So keep that in mind. Anything goes when it comes to those small craft distilleries. You might get something cool if you get the right person leading it. So yeah, show some interest. Do your homework. Know what they're doing, what they're working on, and you might get to try something really cool on a tour if you're in the craft world, for sure.
Well, I know we all like to throw money around, right? But I would say another piece of advice would be budget ahead of time. It's kind of like going to Vegas, like I said before, like, okay, I'm going to spend this much money.
Right. Right.
And this is what I'm going to spend.
Yeah.
And I'm going to 5 different locations or whatever it might be, or 4 different locations. So, and I know I really want this or that. So, just think ahead about how much money you're spending. Not that.
Yeah. So along those lines, Matt, we always have to fly to get to any. Know how many bottles you can bring home with you, or be prepared to have enough time in your day to get them shipped off somewhere, somehow.
Right. Yeah, that's true. Yep. So there you go. There's some tips to make for a fun and successful distillery visit. And, it's always one of the greatest experiences in bourbon, go and see how they make whiskey and all that kind of stuff. And there's certainly components of each one that get a little repetitive, but for the most part, their take on things when they get into what they're doing is fun stuff. So I encourage you to get out there and see those distilleries and support the brands. And by the way, tip your tour guides too. There's nothing wrong with that.
Definitely.
Helps out,
Ask them for their social media handle too. Follow them. Keep up with them, because these people tend to be the next generation of people coming through.
Right.
You look at some of the people who are national brand ambassadors now, or leading cocktail programs. They were tour guides at the beginning.
Exactly.
And they are very, very good people trying to find their way through this industry, just like you are.
That's a great one, Tim. Yep.
Yeah, that is a great one. So, yeah, very cool. All right, we'll wrap this one up, as we always do, by talking about where people can find us. Matt, we'll start with you. Where can people find you?
You can find me on my website at sabertoothcyber.com.
All right, Jeff.
I'm on Facebook, Instagram, and the Cigar Dojo, Jeff Andreezy, 2 I's and 2 Z's.
All right. Swyatt.
You can find me telling everybody when I book tours that I'm friends with Steve Akeley and, more importantly, Justine Mays, as well as on YouTube at our flagship whiskey and on Instagram at SwyGuy2112.
All right. Justine.
You can find me on Instagram at JA_Mays.
All right, for me, I'm an easy guy to find at Steve Akeley, Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook. I've got a website, steveakeley.com. We've also got a company website. That thing's going to be abvnetwork.com. Check it out. Everything that we do is out there. Also, come by and see me. The ABV Barrel Shop, the place where you can try before you buy. We got our inventory online. You can sign up for our email distribution over at abvbarrelshop.com. Anything else to say before we get out of here, Justine?
I would like to remind the audience to please give us a 5-star review that includes comments. It helps new people find the show, which is very important to us. Also, if you like what we're doing, please visit our Patreon page at patreon.com/the ABV Network.
Great job today, gang. For audience, we'll have a brand new show for you tomorrow. Looking forward to that. Until then, take care, everybody. See ya.
See you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Peace. Before we let you go, let's talk about one last thing. The ABV Barrel Shop in the St. Louis community of Arnold, Missouri. The ABV Barrel Shop is focused on a couple of things. First of all, single barrels. We are the place where single barrels live. We go to distilleries, taste through the whiskey, select the best barrel, and have it shipped to our store where we present it to you, our customers, by allowing you to try before you buy. We're also known for the classes that we have in our education center in the store, as well as the events we have with industry professionals from the bourbon business. If you are in the St. Louis area, please come by and visit us at 6 Fox Valley Center in Arnold, Missouri. Or at a minimum, at least sign up for our email and text distribution so you know exactly what's going on in our shop over at abvbarrelshop.com. This is Steve Akeley, owner of the ABV Network, signing off. We thank you for listening to our programming and truly appreciate your support.
The Bourbon Daily is part of the ABV Network. For more information or to become a sponsor, please visit abvnetwork.com. Thanks for listening and cheers.
This has been a Steve Akeley production.